bask in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time that passed. I said bask in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time that passed.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cognac Stories, the world's greatest podcast, according to myself. Today is Tuesday, March 9th. The realest rapper, the best rapper in the game ever, died on March 9th. Rest in peace to the late, great, notorious B.I.G. Forever in our hearts. We will always love you, Big Papa. I got my guy back from a short hiatus. Zay Rivera is back in the building. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
How
Welcome,
you doing?
man.
How
So
you
much
doing?
to
How
talk-
you doing,
good,
brother?
man. Feeling good, you know what I mean? Got the first opportunity today to wear the fresh rugby. You know what I mean? I got an exclusive CD in the mail today too. You know what I mean? Had a good day with my wife. So today is a good day. I can't complain, man.
That's what's up.
And again, thanks for giving me this platform to get my shit off, man. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Nah, I feel you, man. Hey, I'm just happy. We haven't been canceled yet. I know I've said some problematic statements, and I want all the listeners and all the fans out there that I apologize to absolutely no one. I'm not apologizing for shit, except being a little rapey. I did apologize for that. All right, because
what did you say that was rapey?
No, not saying things rapey, just being very rapey. Because we might as well go ahead and start this shit, right? Pepe Le Pew, he got us all fucked up. All right, we had some real topics. A whole agenda, and Pepe Le Pew done fucked it up for everybody. All right, so so they canceling Pepe. That means they're gonna cancel all of us because Pepe did shit that we all did. Pepe Le Pew, if you don't know, he is a cartoon character from the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes universe, right? He's a cartoon skunk from France, essentially a caricature of French.
Of French, yes, absolutely.
Of the French, of their characteristics,
yes,
their idiosyncrasies.
Very sexual.
Very sexual, very passionate.
Yes.
And that shit was okay back in the day. And now Pepe Le Pew was in the Space Jam movie, and he was just removed because of social justice warriors. Shout out to all the SJWs. I am not here with you. You can all eat a dick. But Pepe Le Pew, what happened was in the scene in Space Jam, he's only in like one scene. It's a black and white scene, and it actually takes another actress out of the entire movie. I guess her name is Grease Santos. And so what it is that Pepe is playing a bartender, and he makes advances towards the human character, and she physically rejects him with a slap, which is classic Pepe Le Pew shit. He then tells LeBron James and Bugs Bunny that Penelope Pussycat, the old pussycat he used to chase, that she's filed a restraining order against him. So then LeBron James says, hey, in the script, you can't grab other Looney Tunes characters without their consent. And so people got wind of this. And then, of course, everything's new to these millennials and people that want to act outraged about old shit, right? So, of course, they dug up Pepe Le Pew's past and realized he was the original Harvey Weinstein, so that's what it is. But Pepe is representative of a much larger topic. All right. And so I took time to reflect on some of my past transgressions from being a young Pepe, back in the day, never going to a house party. Remember, shout out to my man, Shal Dixon. You had the best house parties ever.
Oh, yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I Pepe'd a few girls. I Pepe'd a few girls in Shal Dixon's house parties, right? Because you walk up to a young lady, right? I'm 14, 15, 16 years old. I got a hard roll of pennies in my pocket, right? I'm ready to go, all right? And I'm walking up to a young lady, all right, and you got NORE in the background or something that you should not be dancing to, like Bloody Money CNN or something like that. And I'm walking up on a young lady, and I'm just gonna start grinding on her like Simon Rex from MTV. And that shit was cool back then, right? But then when you get older, you realize that is very disgusting. Who the fuck wants you to walk up on them with a hard sausage and then just try to slide it in their buns? That's not how you make knockwursts. That's how you get arrested. All right. And so for me, I don't want to point out anybody else's flaws when I know that I am equally as fucked up as everybody else. So I went on social media and said, hey, man, I too was Pepe. I was a little scumbag.
No,
bro. No. When a girl would walk by in the club, I was one of those motherfuckers that would, like, yo, Ma, come here. I would grab a little hand or grab a little waist or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't the worst with the cat calling. I wasn't street harassing motherfuckers. But
and that's what Pepe Le Pew does.
I'm just saying.
So that's where the line is drawn. Now, Pepe Le Pew just didn't take no for an answer.
He was Quagmire, bro. He was Quagmire in the cartoon in the skunk body.
He was just smooth with it, you know what I mean? And he just was, and it's so funny now that, like you mentioned it, because as you were saying, I was thinking like, yeah, he was French. And that was the stereotype. He's like, like just that horny horn dog kissing you on your arm. But yo, it's funny when you mentioned what was said in the script, right? Because that to me should have been a teachable moment.
Thank you.
That's what it should have been saw as. Like
that is course correction.
Teachable, yes, like and also Pepe Le Pew is that whole caricature, that whole stereotype of Frenchmen, and that's historical context. We have to put it in the perspective, man. Like we have evolved as people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we have corrected, but this is an overcorrection, right? Like, oh man, like I don't know, man. But these people, the market, people just concerned that they don't want to. They probably like, listen, man, we don't want anything jeopardizing any box office, even a percentage, a small percentage of who might go see it if a protest pop off. But man, that's a part of evolution we're in right now. And I want to do, is people gonna bite back eventually?
What do you mean about this? So let me tell you.
I'm thinking in general, like all these people trying to hold people accountable. Because like I posted like a funny meme, and it reminded me. It said, "What's the magic word to get what you want?" And the magic word is,
I'm outraged.
I'm offended. I'm offended, right? And I'm wondering, like, is culture going to do? Is it going to be a backlash to this culture?
We've already saw that, and that was called the 2016 election. All right, that was the backlash, or as Van Jones says, white lash. Shout out to Van Jones, eat a dick. That was his quote. that was the reaction to the PC culture was electing Donald Trump. But here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and let the cat out the bag, right? I believe in anarchy. I like to quote, when shit be going right, I flip into the wrong shit. Courtesy of DMX, right? Earl Simmons, legendary, right? Sometimes when that wasn't even him. That was Jadakiss, man. That was Jadakiss, dog. I'm a hard guy to get along with, get on the song with. I'm a hard guy to get along with, get on the song with. When shit be going right, I flip into the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? Jadakiss.
So you like the Joker, right? Like you type of guy that you're a dog that chase a car. If you catch a car, you don't know what to do with it.
I have a campaign right now started. 2, right? It's called Stand with the Skunk, right? And that's what I'm pushing towards all my art right buddies, all my parlor posse, right? All my MAGA crowd, my freedom of speech pundits. I'm pushing the Stand with the Skunk hashtag, and I got a whole viral campaign about how we're gonna stand with Pepe Le Pew. But then for all all the woke whiners, right? All the socialist warriors, I have ban the bunny, because what people fail to understand is that Bugs Bunny is the most racist character in the history of cartoons, period. If you look back on history of Warner Brothers, there's cartoons with him in blackface, cartoons with him doing Nazi salutes, pretending to be Hitler with German Nazis, cartoons with him calling Japanese people by a certain racial slur. There's a lot of stuff out here about Bugs Bunny. And so what I'm going to also do is push this to the leftists, the liberal extremists, and I'm gonna get them to ban Bugs Bunny and cancel the entire Space Jam movie. And that's what it is. That's what it is now. So this
you sound like Pinky. You sound like Pinky in the brain right now.
Listen, man, you got to play both sides against each other. Either way, I'm entertained. It's spring break. I have nothing to do. I pretty much dropped my classes because the shit was boring. So I got to entertain myself, man. I got to entertain myself. So that's what it is, man. Stand with the skunk or ban the bunny. Those are your two options. There's no in between, no moderate, no middle ground.
Stand with the skunk.
Stand with the skunk.
I like that. I like that hashtag. Stand with the skunk.
Listen, man, I'm trying to fuck shit up, bro. But yeah, man, let's get into some serious topics, man. Unfortunately, we've seen a rash of teachers going wild. I know it is spring break and there's normally, girls going wild. That is not cool anymore. That is not cool anymore. The guy that did that went to jail. But teachers are now Teachers are turned up. It was girls going wild. Now it's teachers are turned up because they are absolutely out of their fucking minds. when it comes to race relations. And of course, it's not all teachers because you're a teacher, right? But we
Yes.
have several instances in the South, of course. So we have some teachers decided to play a game of human Scrabble down in Missouri. And what they decided to do was take 5 of them and make a bunch of words and post it on social media. And one of the words was coons. All right. And these are, I want to say, kindergarten teachers. So this is awesome to have these women. That's what they were that are educating the youth of Missouri about this kind of stuff. And there was another instance. Oh man, that's not it. Down in Cobb County, Georgia. So a teacher was caught on video. Shout out to the kids bringing your cell phones into school and taping these teachers because
Word.
she blamed Brianna's death on her ex-boyfriend,
Mhm.
Kenneth Walker, the one who had no criminal record and was a licensed gun owner. The teacher, her name was Suzanne McCoy, said that Breonna Taylor put herself in that position by hanging out with someone she should not have been with. And the student said, "You mean her boyfriend?" And the teacher said, "Yes, he shot first, and that's why she got killed." Shout out to you, Suzanne. You are probably getting fired. But that's not it. Because in Oklahoma, you had a teacher that called a black student, a racist for having a t-shirt that said Black King with the country of Africa superimposed over the words Black King. The teacher went on to say that that is reverse racist. And if she had a t-shirt on that said White Queen, we'd be calling her a racist. But wait. I know you're like, hey, that has to be the last one. This is all in the same week. No, there is more because in the MI, crooked letter, I, crooked letter, we used to hang black people, Mississippi. A private school asked, a mostly white private school asked 8th graders to do a slave letter writing activity. They wanted the kids to pretend like you're a slave working on a Mississippi plantation, write a letter to your family back in Africa, describing your life, discuss the journey from Africa to America,
The
and
middle passage.
tell your family about how it is where you live. And they
Wow.
want at least 3 paragraphs, 5 sentences each paragraph. So shout out to Missouri. And all you racist ass teachers down in the South, not all of you, just the racist ones. Shout out to the ones that aren't racist that are putting this shit out because we wouldn't see it without you. Zay, as a educator, all right, your thoughts on these turned up, intolerant teachers down in the
See this?
segregated South.
See this what happens when you stay in your echo chamber, right? This is when you just associate with people who just like you and you are culturally clueless, right? Like, because people just like to just hear people echo their opinions back to them. And like, I mean, with the whole Breonna Taylor thing, like again, I don't think she's gonna get fired. You know what I'm saying? Because she did apologize. Like she apologized when she did more research and said she felt terrible. I mean, that's the right thing to do. You have to apologize. And there was a lot of misinformation out there about that case about what really happened. But as regards to like the coon thing and the Black King thing, like the Black King thing, like that's just people trying to buck back. That's that like trying to call reverse racism. And this what kills me, like when they call that shit. I'm looking like, yo, y'all, what you mean reverse racism? Y'all run everything. Like you guys rule the world still. So I hate when they try to argue about a little piece of equality, just somebody showing pride in who they are. Especially if you put Italian king with me, no problem. But you guys took our nationalities from us, so only thing we can identify with is black. Like, but y'all can say Italian king or Irish king or Polish king. Y'all have your nationalities as far as national origins to fall back on. We don't. So damn, like that's crazy.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, man. Unfortunately, just like you mentioned, black people were kidnapped against their will from the country of Africa, brought to America, robbed of all their cultural heritage, familial bonds, religion, everything, right? And that is where black came from, because out of that blackness, out of that absence, we created everything. Not only did we build the culture, we built the country, we also built the culture, whether it's music, movies, arts, entertainment. So what it is that just like you mentioned, you can have Italian King, you can have Kiss Me, I'm Irish, you can have
Mm-hmm.
Polish Power. All that stuff is non-offensive because none of those people have tried to essentially commit mass genocide on a worldwide scale against people solely for the color of their skin. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where it is. Like, white pride could have been a thing if you guys weren't hanging people saying white pride, or, you know, if you guys weren't like terrorizing the Jews saying white pride.
Mm-hmm.
If it was just like, hey, white pride, we like baseball, it would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not it. When you say white pride, it always involves you disenfranchising someone else who happens to not be white. And that is why you can't. I mean, wait, there's like a TV show called The White Queen or some shit like that. So, fuck out of here. So, I don't know what it's about, but whatever.
Man, listen.
But either
Like you
way,
said, anything,
Suzanne, eat a dick. All right.
any,
Instead of an
any,
apple from the teacher, instead of an apple from the student, you can get a nice shiny red turtle head. All right. That's what you can get. You know what I'm saying? Kiss the kielbasi. All right. Hey, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, yo, like that's crazy because people just they fail to don't acknowledge that. Like, yet you guys have all these nationalities that you can lean on because everyone, all y'all, we know, like y'all can't say our first names, we can't say our last names. All right, let's even trade off with new skis.
Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy, man. Like, I don't understand like why people are so offended by that. Like, if you just took 5 minutes to think about it, like, why is black culture a thing? Because we stole people. That's why. So if we
Yeah.
never stole people, there would be no black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it, man. Like, we just be whatever. We'd be Nigerian still, or Angolan, or, you know, wherever, Sierra Leonean. We'd be that still, instead of like. But at the same time, Jamaica would be lame as fuck. You know what I'm saying? If they
Oh
didn't
yeah,
get kidnapped. You know what
whole
I'm saying?
Caribbean,
Yeah, I mean, there'd be no one in South America because all the
Brazil.
original
Yep.
inhabitants were killed from disease. Shout out to Christopher Columbus and all the Spanish people with your dirty dicks, all right? Because you down there killing people with STDs. That's
Yep.
nasty. That's nasty. You know what I'm saying? So,
Guns, germs, and steel.
hey, man. Hey, that's what it is, man. Just like I said, today was supposed to be serious. I had a bunch of topics and shit, man. But you know what, man? Listen, the world is crazy right now, man. The
Really
world
is.
is fucking crazy. They canceling Pepe Le Pew. That whole thing threw me off. It threw me off, man. So I'm just keeping it a buck. But, you know, speaking of buck, there's a place where you can go get $1.50. And I'm not talking about $1.50. That's called getting sliced across your face, and that is New York. So normally when I put about New York, it's always something bad. It's about the NYPD doing something bad. However, the NYPD did something good. All right, something that we've been asking for. You've always heard us talking about civilian complaint review boards or civilian review boards, and what the NYPD did, Curtis, at the behest of the Civilian Complaint Review Board, they have posted 83,000 active and retired cops' disciplinary records detailing decades of alleged misconduct. So this is something that has been in the making for years, you know, years and years. And finally, we get to see all these super, super dirty cops who are still actively on the force. And you know, the NYPD, they love to put a spin on things, right? And so let's just keep it real simple, right? You know, the union is the people. They're the ones that were blocking this from happening. Now that these numbers are out, right? They're saying that the CCRB records show that 4,000 of the current 36,000 cops had at least one substantiated complaint against them, and for 303 of those officers, at least 5 allegations have been substantiated. So you got,
Dang.
I mean, I'm not a mathematician, all right, but I did graduate from public school, you know, and I know that 4 goes into 36, like what, 9 times? You know what I'm saying? Am I right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means 1 in 9 cops in the NYPD has a substantiated complaint against them. And out of those guys, 303 of them have at least 5 allegations. Now, if you take what the normal public opinion is of people of NYPD, is that all they do is fuck with people and harass people. If you're telling me that 1 in 9 of them has a substantiated complaint, I think the people might be right.
Hmm.
Your thoughts?
Absolutely. I mean, civilians have to be slaves to their past. So why not cops, especially when they're public servants, right? Like with them hiding behind all these secret, like blue walls of shield. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous, especially when you being a public servant and your whole salary is paid for by tax dollars. It's only right that, you know what I mean, this is revealed, right? Because you treat criminals a certain way because they got a rap sheet, a violent rap sheet. Why can't we be a little more afraid of your ass because you known for smacking a nigga head into a car door? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Hopefully this is like a precedent, and hopefully this starts to become the rule rather than the exception, and police forces across the country. I mean, and guys, by the way, this is a result of, to me, like the protests and people
Absolutely,
calling,
absolutely.
because a lot of people be talking about, oh, protests don't shit don't happen. But when you see legislation like this passing, and these changes, this is huge. So this is people, all the hell raisers that's been in the streets protesting and making like necessary trouble or good trouble. This is the fruits of your labor. You know what I'm saying? It's more
Absolutely,
to go. And I
absolutely.
think people need to celebrate those people that made this happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so the NYPD, their spin was that they said, well, yeah, I mean, 4,000 of them are fucking shitty, but there's 31,000 that don't have any complaints, and that's good. That's how it should be. You shouldn't have a criminal record when you're enforcing the law, and this is the irony of it all, right? Because police officers, NYPD in general, they're always talking about the community doesn't work with the police,
Mm.
and they get rid of the whole stop snitching culture. But that is exactly what the blue wall of silence is.
Exactly
It
what it
stops
is.
good cops from holding bad cops accountable, because if they do, their life is in danger. All right, and
Hmm.
that's it's poetic, man. It's tragic. It's insanity, is they want us to not snitch, but they don't snitch. They want us to cooperate with the cops, but they don't cooperate with their own cops. It's like, come
Exactly.
on, man. This is madness, or
Yep.
this is Sparta. Who
And then
knows?
they, and then it- then they investigate themselves, and they fight tooth and nail against civilian review boards. Like that is so hard to get. Like they're trying to make it a Supreme Court case in North New Jersey because they're fighting not let that happen. It's so hard to get that done. Like
Yeah.
damn. So man, this is good, man. Hopefully, more changes happen, and maybe like people can lose their jobs, not just get reassigned. How the fuck
Yeah.
you got 5 on the force?
Hey, man. Well, hey, what did the Looney say? I got 5 on it.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
who could do something like that at your job? Like, you know what I mean, and still have a job.
Cops. That's it. I mean, hey, they
Exactly.
got that. That's
That's
why
simple.
that's why folks don't really like the police unions, because
Mhm.
they man, because it's so bad. Like in California, they have this thing called the Brady List, and what that is a list that's out between like all the prosecutors for certain law officers that aren't allowed to testify in court because they've been caught either falsifying information or falsifying arrests, planting evidence, or perjuring themselves in court. So they have like an entire list of law enforcement officials in the state of California. It's called the Brady List. Feel free to look it up. Of cops that are not allowed to testify
Mm,
in court against a criminal proceeding. Like if they arrest you, they can't go testify against you in court because they've been caught lying before. How
mm, mm, mm.
fucking insane is that? Shout out to the police, man, because y'all the biggest
Persona non
gang.
grata.
You guys are the biggest gang. Do not jump me. All right, don't fuck me up. I'm just saying, y'all the biggest gang. I'm not scared of the Bloods and Crips. I'm not scared of the gangster disciples. I'm scared of fucking cops. That's who I'm scared of, man. Shout out to y'all.
Mhm.
Y'all some
So,
tough motherfuckers. Like the fear tactics, they've worked. I'm shook. All right. I'm shook. Like, yo,
you won. You got that. You got that,
fam,
officer.
yo, when I see a cop like roll behind me, I'm talking about I start to have like a fucking reaction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like your stomach, like you feel it, and you could be 100% legit. Like that's just the
Exactly.
crazy. That's the crazy part about our existence. I feel the same way. Whenever they get behind me, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Every time.
bro. I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, let me check my license. Let me make sure I got everything. Like my seat is in the right location. My mirrors is good. Like
That's
I'm
crazy to
scared
think
because
like
it's like
that.
they can, bro. Philando Castile was sitting in a passenger seat and somehow still got murdered by a police officer. Like and motherfucker ain't in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, they're the new 007. They're the new James Bond. It's not, the black woman who's the new 007. It's the police, because they have a license to kill. All right. And they've been doing it for a long time.
And their magic word is, I fear for my life.
Yeah. Hey, Mike Brown walking the opposite direction. He gets sit in the back, but, he was
I fear for my life.
Darren Wilson was scared for his life. Shout out to Betty Shelby.
Tamir Rice,
exactly.
12-year-old
playing in a park. I think
shoot him from the car. He shot him from the car.
It was like a 6-second time from when the cops pulled up to when they killed him, when they murdered him. And you look at, they were able to take Dylan Roof alive. They were like all those school shooters. They were able to take them alive after they shot a school up. But a child, Kyle Rittenhouse, who shot 2 people on TV at the fucking protest, I want to say in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He got taken alive. They didn't touch his blonde hair on his head. You know what I'm saying? They didn't touch that cowlick. He shot 2 motherfuckers and said, "Hey, he called game." He shot 2 people and called game and dipped away. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, the fucking world is crazy right now. I don't know how to call it, man. But shout out to the civilian review board that got the NYPD to release these records, man. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, man. I'm happy about that. And it's like we said, man. The protesting works. You got to keep doing that. And now it's time to focus on those actionable items. Speaking of actionable items and a man of action, I feel like we talk about this guy every week. It's starting to get annoying. JAY hyphen Hova, the show closer, aka I just flipped title for $300 million. All right, so there was a lot of speculation about Sean Carter, aka Jigga Man, aka Jay-Z, hanging out with Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter and business app Square. And so what happened was that Jack Dorsey got sold something by Jay-Z. Jay-Z's a hustler, baby. And he took title. He bought it for 60 mil and then just flipped it for 300 mil, and that was just his portion, So it's like, hey, man, I salute you, man. I salute you. Yeah. Jay-Z sells title. I feel like we just talked about that. We thought Spotify was going to buy him, but no, this makes it even more interesting that Square/Twitter is buying a music company. Your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, like I didn't think about it that way. Like all the possibilities of it now, like how they gonna flip it and make it an even more competitive opponent of the other streaming services. But I find, every time Hove does something, you always find people to find a way to complain or try to downplay it by saying,
"Wait, who's complaining now?"
Like social media, but you still hear so it's like people using the same argument, talking about it's black-owned business. Why you selling? Not realizing like,
because it's my business.
Not only is it his business, but when you're an investor, a lot of times you looking for a flip, right? You looking for a company to grow in value so you can sell it. Unless it's your baby, right? And of course, we all know his baby is music. So of course he got Rock Nation. He's not selling that.
Never getting sold. And that brings in the least amount of money.
Yeah. So you look at people's passions and what people's true passions are, they don't sell it. You know what I'm saying? Him being an artist and him being able to help artists in a more hands-on way. You know what I'm saying? Doing the streaming is more indirect way of helping artists. But on the flip side too, he helped the artists who invested too, because they got hit off with a nice little check I read today as well. They got like 8 mil. I forgot what their investments was, but you know what I'm saying? And then to me, that right there paved the way for what happened with Versus being sold to Triller.
Correct. I am ecstatic that you brought that up.
Because that reminds me, like, as far as how, you know what I'm saying, how when Jay-Z got on title, he was getting artists a piece of the pie, and now Swiss Beats and Timbaland got they own shit popping during the pandemic, and they sold it. And the people saying the same thing, why you selling to the white man? Like, yo, you don't understand, when you flip, you get more resources to do other things. Like, you just growing your pot. Like, people just be wilding with these short. Oh, that should be getting on my nerves. Motherfuckers always hating on other people, yo. Like, damn, like they growing the pot, bruh. But yeah, like that shit is just a dope. Like, it's more moves being made, man. And I think it's dope, and it's really showing people the blueprint, man. Pun intended.
Absolutely. So with Timbaland and Swiss Beats, they sold the Versus I guess, name the concept to Triller, who's an online multimedia platform, kind of like TikTok. They kind of predated TikTok. They just put on the Logan Paul, Nate Robinson fight. They actually have another Logan Paul, Ben Askren fight next month in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And let me tell you something. All right, I got a little bit of inside information. You will see the first live versus concert at the Jake Paul fight in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium next month. April 16th, that weekend, there will be a live versus. It will be 2 Atlanta acts going live in a versus concert before the Jake Paul fight in Atlanta. And this is so crazy because they started this concept on Instagram, which was just because first off it was Swiss Beats versus Just Blaze, and I want to say it was like last year, and it was on Twitter, and that was, oh my god, that was so insane, man. And then it was like, okay, we wanted Swiss Beats and Timbaland to go at it, and we saw the progress. We saw them grow it from just the concept to actually having structure and getting the sponsors and getting Apple involved, and they built something. They built a brand on someone else's brand, which is fucking. They didn't have to build any infrastructure. All they needed was a concept. And people don't understand is that with them selling this idea, that's all they're selling, right? It's Swiss Beats and Timbaland can make another. They've always been innovative. Swiss Beats is a damn genius. Everybody says Kanye West is a genius. Swiss Beats, he is like a modern day Tony fucking Stark. All right. I don't know if you've seen his house. The motherfucker roller skates all day. All right. So you think he in there filming Roll Bounce with Lil Bow Wow. Shout out to Bow Wow. His birthday was some other time, like 2 days ago, man. But that's the thing, man. Like this dude married to Alicia Keys has the Tony Stark mansion. He was like designing cars, buying art, selling art, doing all this wild shit. Made a concept in the middle of the pandemic, and then all the creators that were on there, the 43 artists that were on there, he gave them equity in the company. And he's just putting people on, man. That's taking something, and that's taking nothing and building something. That's what black people have done the entire time we've been in America. That's how we started rock and roll, jazz, hip hop, breakdancing, graffiti. I can name a bunch of shit, man. We take nothing and make it something. I'm impressed,
old food, made soul food. I mean, exactly. So much. But I just thought that was such a dope move, and it reminded me of Tidal. Like when you said he gave the 43 artists equity in a company, like, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, all their streaming numbers went crazy after they was given that platform. So they all got an extra bag. So again, that's dope. And it's just more people making more moves and growing their wealth so they can do more. Like that's what people fail to realize. Why you selling your business and not realizing also that especially when your company goes public, like you don't own like a super majority of your company. You know, more people allow investors to buy shares. Like people be saying dumb shit, not understanding in full how business works. And I'm not even like no business mind, but I think this is like basic shit. But I don't know.
Hey man, tell them why you mad. Tell them why you mad. You sound like D-Dot right now, dog.
It just, yeah, man. I'm
here for the culture.
I don't recognize this new Twitter shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all this hating shit, like in the comments, man, I can't stand them niggas, man. Niggas be on the comments for 4 hours.
Yeah, but, try to ask them to train.
For real, like, you know what I'm saying? I just wish people just salute and let that motivate you, man, rather than you trying to find like a chink in the armor, man. Like it's just I don't know, man.
What shit. You can't say that. That's not the phrase. It's kink. It's kink.
Kink.
Yes.
Oh.
When you say that, that's what we talked about last week when they were talking shit about Jeremy Lin.
Oh, kink in the armor.
Yes, it's kink. It's kink. Yes.
Well, can't I as a black man be offended by kink because my hair is kinky?
No.
I can't take that word and make that like
No, that just means like when they used to have chainmail back in the days.
I know.
No. Shout out to the barbarians. I used to take like a fucking mace and just bash somebody's head in with it. And that was like sports. People are getting mad about concussions now. Dude, they used to have like fucking like night fights, like jousting and shit and just kill people and eat big ass turkey legs. And then you would go home and just like sit in the dark because there was no electricity, man. Yo, the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, like Colonial time. Oh, fuck that, man. That's crazy.
Dark
man.
Ages. Oh man, this guy Michael Rainey Jr. calls Jay-Z, Swiss Beats, and Timbaland sellouts. That's
You
the
talking
kid
about
from
Tariq from
Power.
Power? Yo,
Yeah,
fuck Tariq, man. I hate that guy, man. Not. I
yeah.
mean, now I guess in real life I don't like him because there's some sucker shit. But yeah,
Why would you say that publicly? Like they can't just stop your whole paper anyway.
that's because he doesn't have any OGs, like somebody to pull him aside and teach him how the game works, how life works. He's on a show by 50 Cent. That's all 50 Cent does is make things and then sell things to other people. So it took, dude, I took quarter water, put it in bottles, sold it for $2. Coca-Cola
that's
came and
what's
bought
up.
it for billions. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, God, come on, man.
Yeah. Man, see again, man. People are reactionary. They don't do the knowledge. They just go off initial thoughts, and that's why it's so important for me to be a history teacher right now, man. I'm trying to teach my students to take information and make sense of it. And if you want to make a claim, make sure that claim is supported with evidence. Don't just pull a claim out of thin air. Shut the
Listen,
fuck up.
man,
and
you
just
you
put it out
sound
of
you
thin air.
listen, man, listen, get those facts out of here, dog. I don't need evidence when I have emotion, baby. Why do I need proof when I have passion? You sound crazy right now.
For real. It might be a Stephen Colbert when he used to be like the Colbert Report. He used to be like, I don't know it, but I feel it in my stomach.
Exactly, man. Hey,
feeling matters more.
hey, that took over a whole nation for 4 years, man. Just hey, this is what I feel. It might not be right, but I'm just letting you know. So hey, that's what it is, man. So talking about Big, what's your favorite Big song, man?
My favorite Big song, I would say, is "You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You."
That's a hard one.
Every year, like I just think about how dope that song is and his flow on there, and how he was switching up his cadence when he be like, "Tell them meet me in the future later. They take me shopping by the Lavender and Fuchsia
Gators."
Producing the player haters and heavyweighted, like how he would just rapidly like, and another one of my favorite Biggie songs. And he don't even rap the shit. He just wrote the shit. Queen Bitch by Lil' Kim.
Yeah. That was a hard record. That was a hard record.
Yo, and that's why I posted those on my Instagram today, because I posted the reference track. Like Biggie actually singing the whole song on my Instagram with Queen Bitch. And me and my wife, we drive and listen to the radio, man. That's why we still celebrating. It was 24 years ago, bro. Can you believe that?
Hey, listen, that makes us old. Don't date us, dog. We're trying to get this millennial crowd. We're millennials. All right. We were born in the year 2000. Don't listen to this.
What did Biggie make? I Ain't Mad at You.
He's like, what? Your internet made noise. No, our internet is silent.
Yo, I just can't get over how like long ago that was, and to me it wasn't until recently how today turned into like a impromptu holiday, right? Because you think about it, he died on March 9th. He wasn't born on March 9th.
He died on March 9th, man.
So this is a tragic day, but again, our culture took something tragic and made it a celebration, right? Because most of the time they tell you like some funerals, they tell you like to celebrate their life instead of their death. So that's what we took this day and made it to. We celebrated his life and like everything he left. And it's crazy because the point I was trying to make is we listen to his music. I'm like, yo, this guy really ain't had no weak verses. I mean, I ain't say. I mean, a weak verse here and there.
No. So listen, I don't. Why? I like Big. Big is top three all time. Maybe top two, right? I would say because he was unfortunately he was taken away before.
He ain't got enough.
Yeah, I don't think Big was at his prime. I don't think that was the best version of Big. He's only 2 albums in. There was no way. There was no way that was the best version of Big, and that's why it's like I don't like ranking him. I don't like ranking Pac. I don't like ranking Big L. Like all those guys that weren't even like at their prime yet that were taken away. I don't want them ranked. Because they were. But bro, that's like trying to rank Lim Bias, dog, or like Reggie Lewis or something like that, man. Like, yo, it was guys that we know had a level of greatness that they were going to reach, but they didn't have the opportunity. Like Drazen Petrovic from the Nets, he would have been Luka Doncic before. Luka Doncic.
I think that's a better comparison, right? Because the other ones they ain't even getting the league. You feel me?
Yeah.
Reggie Lewis did. But damn, you're right.
Yeah, so for me, like, I didn't appreciate Big when I was a kid because I was a little dusty-ass Nas fan, and we all know that Nas and Big had beef. So that whole you ran on the top with short leprechauns, I took that shit personal, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't like that, all right? But as I got older, You know, Big was a genius. Big, he had Notorious Thugs is such a fucking hard record, man. Such a fucking hard record.
Such a hard record, bro.
That's what converted me to a Big fan, because I'm like, all right, now for me, I was like, Nas's flow is better. Nas's flow is better, and then it was Jay-Z for me. It was always Nas, Jay, and then Big, right? And then Notorious Thugs came out, and I was like, yo, fuck them. I was like, yo, I don't know what y'all talking about, yo. This motherfucker nice.
He one of the first people that did that, like took a down south or out of region style and flipped it and really did it just like them, if not better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, he did. No, he did it better. Do not get it twisted.
Because his words were more audible than theirs to me. Like you understood what he was saying more clearly than theirs. But yo, like, and he did like so many. Like I was talking to my wife about that yesterday too. I said he one of the few people in the history of music to be equally critically acclaimed as commercially successful.
Correct.
Right. Usually you're compromising one for the other. There's very few people who can do both at a high level. And he one of the few that was able to do that.
Yeah, and the thing that's wild, man, is like Big's first album was a rough album. Like, and I don't mean like rough quality. Like, I'm talking just the content. It was like some rough shit. And like Big and X, two of my favorite rappers, they have some of the darkest content like known to man. And I'm not going to get on like Big's wild lyrics or Big sus lyrics, because I love you, Big, rest in peace, but you did say some sus shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
quite a few. Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
Hey, I look so good, I'll suck on your daddy's. Listen, Big, you're my guy, but Rihanna don't look that good, man. I'm just saying, that's the limit. Rihanna, that's where I draw the line. All right. Ain't gonna be none of that.
Big man, Big he was very vulgar, you know what I'm saying? Super vulgar. Like, bro, I remember he had a song.
He was a nasty boy.
He had a song with Luke called Bust a Nut. A lot of people don't remember that song.
A lot of folks don't know about that, man.
That was like because they repackaged his verse and put it on other beats, but the original joint, he said, Biggie bag bitches from barbecues to bar mitzvahs. The dick don't fit, use your lips, cuz. Yo, that and that's the mild part of that song. But yo, he was so versatile, bro. Like again,
because I mean,
so
like
versatile.
Oh man, he had like the commercial records, the Love When You Call Me Big Papas. He had the Me and My Bitch records. He had Story to Tell. That's goddamn, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Knicks. Why is he fucking every bitch that got a boyfriend on the Knicks? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, Joakim Noah, what's wrong? What's going on, man?
And that song was like a whole urban legend. Like people confirmed
because it was a real story. It was a true story, man. So
crazy.
That was the thing behind it. And then Big was a phenomenal writer. Him and Cameron laced Little Kim's album. They laced that Junior Mafia album. Killer Cam. That's when the computers was putin'. That's when the computers were putin'.
Bro, I didn't even realize, and I'm glad you mentioned that too, because I watched the first half of that Biggie documentary on Netflix, and I didn't realize he wrote for that whole Junior Mafia album. And that I love that album, bro.
Yo,
that album was underrated.
That shit was hard. That album was hard, man. That album was hard as fuck.
Like, to me, one of the dope. He had girly songs that was dope. That song he had with Aaliyah. I wonder if I take you home. What?
That was hard. That was hard,
bro.
Big was he was ahead of his time, man. And then when Life After Death came out, that was I remember we were playing football, man. I swear, like I remember motherfuckers playing that, like because I was a little young motherfucker behind, little bench warming ass motherfucker. I remember like the old heads was like just playing Big, just playing like Life After Death on fucking repeat all
my freshman
fucking
year, bro.
Yo, God,
I never forget when I first heard More Money, More Problems. My dude put it in my ear, and I was like, yo, what's this? And then I used to go to Club Strawberries. It was a teen night.
Yeah,
we used to be in Club Strawberries, like, oh, I'm in danger of us, can't too many, and talking about dancing at the house parties. Bruh, remember dancing to Fucking You Tonight?
Like, I'm glad they don't have cell phones. I'm glad they didn't have camera phones back then.
Bruh,
I'd be in jail.
Young as hell, just some little horn dogs trying to find a chick to dance to when that song came on.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yo, I remember like walking to a house party, man. Like, and I thought I was like Nas or DMX and Belly. You know what I'm saying? I was coming through. I had to. I would go to the liquor store, get a bum to get me some Heinekens or something like that, or some Mad Dog. We smashed those. I didn't
Mad
smoke weed back then, so we
Dog.
just get drunk off of Mad Dog
Mad
or
Dog.
fucking eat like what Thunderbird, that kind of shit. Put the Kool-Aid pack in the Thunderbird. Straight scumbag stories,
Word.
right? We'd do
Yes,
that.
yes,
16
yes.
years old, walk to a house party and just lose our fucking minds, man. And
Wildin'.
yo, wilding the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yo,
like
bro,
the thing.
oh my, yo, I danced with a girl to what? How, like, I'm yo, my man, yo, I'm talking about Nori. You know what I'm saying? Like super thug. Soon as I hear that, bro, I'm like, I can elbow a bunch of dudes, right? I can elbow a bunch of dudes, or I can go find a girl because she's not dancing with dudes. And I'm like, yo, I know it's super thug on right now, but I got a little 8th grade super chub right now, and I'm about to get it in. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, when that Nori come on, fam, I'm like, yo, banned from TV. Yeah, exactly.
What? Yeah,
I'm
you
just back there like, like what my man from House Party, Groove. That no, not yeah. Was it Groove that got all drunk? I'm just like,
I seen a lot. Yeah.
yeah. Also, hold on, I got to tell you something. Shout out to two of my best friends, Michael Bryant and Gordon Nance. I'm telling you government name because you motherfuckers, I went to a house party and I was so drunk they dropped me off on the back porch of my house, right? And I was drunk as shit, bro. And I woke up the next day in my bed and my dad was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And that was our talk about drugs and alcohol. I'm not to do it again because he would fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because apparently he carried my drunk ass to my bedroom and like got me changed, put me in the shower and shit, put me in bed. And I woke up to like eggs and pancakes and fucking sausages and French toast and shit. Everybody's at the table downstairs, dog. And I walk down there and I'm like obviously still fucking hungover at like 16. And he's just like, "Hey, like, you okay?" And that was the drugs and alcohol talk with my dad, you know. So shout out to my boys for walking my drunk ass home and drop me off on the back steps, house party style, and ringing the bell and dipping the fuck out of there.
Lucky they ain't stick you between the screen door and the door and knock and run.
No,
like.
bro. Actually, you know what? I can tell you who was there. Julio was there. Julio was there because I'm not incriminating him. I'm just gonna say I was on top of a car and tried to stone cold somebody on a car. You know what I'm saying?
Turned.
Yo, bro, let me tell you, man.
You must have had Cisco that night.
Nah, I think that was like I think that might have been the first night I had brown liquor, like real brown liquor. So like some EJ or something like that, you know, because we poor as fuck. Or some, nah, it was like some Christian Brothers, something like that. That really cheap, nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? Or some Martell, something that was trash back then. But yeah, I was wilding the fuck out. To Nori, what Super Thug and banned from TV, jumping on, just hopping on butts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know it's crazy, man, because music is so chronological. We know what we was doing when certain songs came out, man, and
yeah,
and that's why like Biggie, like it holds a special place in our heart. Like I don't remember too many songs having this summer on Smash like One More Chance did.
One More Chance was legendary.
Like that song right there captured a feeling for like so many people, bro. Like I remember when I was seeing this dude shooting dice and he was talking that shit, shooting dice. Like, however, I stayed Gucci down to the socks. Like, and I was like, he cool as hell. And it just had like, yeah, it's just funny. Like, I'm looking like, this nigga cool as hell the way he wrote them dice. But I just remember like Biggie, like that song, man. And to me, and to me,
everybody was in the video, dog.
Yo,
everybody.
I repurposed. I forgot who said it, and I kind of took their take. I love what Biggie said when he was like, and somebody broke this down, and I'm gonna break it down for the listeners. He said, "Black and ugly as ever, however," and that however tells you that if you ugly, have a however.
Exactly. Shout out to Seal. Yo,
he had a however.
Yeah, it was a kiss from a rose, man.
You have to have a however, whether that's your sense of humor, whether that's your intellect, whether that's your money, whether that's just your personality. Biggie said, listen, man, he was a very self-deprecating rapper. Yeah. He was very self-aware. And You know,
Biggie
damn,
rapped about his lazy eye. Lazy eye, no lie. I was high when they hit me, bro. I haven't listened to a Biggie record. I'm not even gonna lie. Like Biggie Smalls, Biggie is not in my normal rotation of songs that I listen to. This shit is just in my fucking brain, bro.
It's just you can hear it in rap word for word. Because I was
Exactly.
on the way home, I heard Nasty Boy, and I ain't heard that in so long. I was in the car like I go on and on. I was like, damn, I forgot I knew this whole song. Like we know all them songs, and it's crazy, man. Like, man, he was just so lyrical, man. Like, how you gonna say your mom's an actress? Didn't want to show me the safe. That's okay.
He was old anyway. And
like,
bro, like, yo,
Big was ill.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, Big was, he was legendary, man. And then just
how old was he? 24 or 25?
Yo, bro, 24, like 24 years old. Both of them and Pac, super young. And that's where he was, man. Like that's like imagine LeBron James being cut down after like his first 2 years in the league or first 3 years in the league, just gone. You know what I'm saying? So
just gone.
Yeah, and then you see like his verses were so good they were able to make like 5 more albums of the Biggie duets. You know,
they bled that shit dry. Like,
hell yeah, man.
Like and damn, man, like just imagine how much nicer he would have gotten.
Yeah, and
like,
then he got
more life experience.
All the offspring of Biggie, you know, from Junior Mafia to the Locks, you know, Mace, all the Biggie's kids, man. It's like, you know, it's insane, man. Rest in peace to the late great Christopher Wallace, man. The only Christopher we acknowledge is Christopher Wallace.
Yes, you know? I'm glad you brought that up, man, because I just think like, you know what I mean, people underrate or a lot of aspects of his life. And shout out to his boy, man, for having all that footage. Did you watch the documentary?
I haven't yet. That is in my queue. I wanted to wait.
I thought I was like kind of scared to watch it because a lot of times when shit be hyped, I feel like it falls short. But his boy has some golden footage, man, and he had the camcorder and salute for them having the presence of mind to capture that. You know what I'm saying? And for the young listeners, man, listen, don't take none of this shit that you have in your possession that's of value right now for granted. Because if it's of value to you now, it will be even more valuable tomorrow, right? Because sometimes you'll have like a CD or some type of sentimental item that's in your possession, and you might come careless with it. They might throw it away after it gets beat up, and you can't find it no more. Like, man, listen, man.
You see what this is? I'm gonna put this to the camera, my guy.
Look at that. What is that? Oh, woo! I see the W on there. What's that?
This is Raekwon's Purple Tape, bro. This is the fucking Purple Tape, dog.
I was looking for that today.
Shout out to my older brother Calvin. This is your Purple Tape. I housed your shit, motherfucker. When you left home, I ran that shit. I run the cell now. I took your fucking Purple Tape. You want it? Come see me in these streets. I got your Purple Tape.
That will make people go crazy right there. Shit like that. That's a prime example right there.
Exactly.
Like, I had that tape, bro. And again, just slept on the value of it. You know what I'm saying? You was thinking like, listen, man.
Yeah, my brother went to the army and left a box of stuff, and I took that because he went to the army, and I was like, you're not getting this back, son. You know what I'm saying? It's my I run the house now, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't wearing the cartoon drawers no more. Big boy status in this motherfucker.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So
his boy C Gutter, man, they recorded he said they recorded the concerts from backstage so they can take it back home and look at the crowd reactions.
Yeah.
So they had so much footage, bro. It's so dope, man. So yeah, watch that, check that out. And we talked about what's the name too, because a lot of good content is out this week. Besides the news, and the news is giving us content that unscripted because the shit just happened
every fucking day.
Like every day, it's been all type of wild shit. But what about did you watch Coming to America yet?
I did watch Coming to America.
All right, because we talked about that a couple of days ago. I didn't really do the deep dive because I was like not on and off when I watched it, but I did watch it. You know,
what you think about it, man? What do you think about it?
I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was bad as everybody made. I think it was kind of cheesy because I think about this. To me, the first Coming to America to me was rated R. Right? It was a lot of cursing in it, a lot of fuck words.
It was an Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah, it was Eddie Murphy. And we have evolved because we came up in the era in the 80s and 90s where it was a lot of rated R comedies. Now people trying to get that peak. They're trying to make movies so a bigger audience. So it's not too many rated R movies no more. That's why what's that superhero movie? Deadpool, such a big deal. It was an anomaly.
Deadpool. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Coming to America, they try to have a wider audience. So I thought they try to serve a lot of masters and make it super commercially and also I saw the way it was cut. It felt like it's cut perfectly for TV. Like, like, oh, this is gonna be this is where they're gonna put the commercial break on. Like, I just feel like they was thinking about the long money, the syndication of it, and you know, it was okay. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nowhere near the first one. It was a lot of cheesy jokes. You know what I mean? They didn't do a lot of character development for me. But overall, I like how they played on some of the tropes of like African dictators that are like very materialistic and like short-sighted and greedy and corrupted. So, and how like certain nations with certain wealth, I thought that was dope. The costume design was ill. The cameos was ill. They had like but who gonna turn that down though? Like, I feel like that's a movie that nobody can turn that down. I think no actor can turn that down. No black person, like, that is like, yo.
I would have paid to be in that movie if I was an actor. I would have paid to be in the movie.
Like, man, listen, he probably paid them like, yo, you get $2,000 for this.
Nah, they got a free Amazon Prime membership, yo, for 1 year. Like, that's it. Free shipping and free Amazon Prime.
And you know, another thing too, before I get to you, I think the technology was so dope. It kind of reminded me of like the what they did with Robert Downey Jr. in the Avenger movies when they de-aged.
Oh yeah.
Like, because the scene when they was in the club and when they show Arsenio walking through the club, that wasn't in the unless that was a.
That was not. All that was new footage. All that was new footage.
New footage, but it looked like it could have been from the old one. So that was great. So that right there was dope. And Leslie Jones was dope. And I think sometimes she's a little extra, just like other chick. I can't, the name escapes me now. But
Tiffany Haddish?
Tiffany Haddish, yes. I think she
shout out Tiffany Haddish.
They could be very like extra with the physical comedy rather than the substantive comedy. But she was funny. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool, man. So I think got rewatchable. I think it got some replayable value too.
Yeah, man.
So what do you think?
So let me tell you. I think this is going to be a hot take.
Hot take.
I didn't really enjoy the first Coming to America. I thought it was. And this is me, right? This is me watching it back then, and then me watching it now. It's different. So back then, I didn't like it. I just didn't get it, right? It just wasn't that funny. Like, I get it. It's Eddie. It had some funny moments and shit, but it's like, yo, Eddie Murphy had Golden Child, Beverly Hills Cop, 48 Hours, all that shit, right? He had like he had Trading Places, and he had Delirious and Raw, right? So I'm expecting Eddie, right? But I'm still young as fuck. That's like what, 91? I'm a kid, bro. So
No, 88.
I can't, 88. So I can't understand that shit at all, right? So even seeing it years later, you really don't understand it. But then, but I appreciate it. I appreciate its place in movie history, right? I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's just that it was okay. It's like, you know, and there's a couple movies I can say that about as well, and motherfuckers will lose their mind. Harlem Nights wasn't really that good to me, you know, but I'm just putting it out there, man. A lot of great people, but overall the movie was right. But so I'm talking to one of my friends who's of African heritage, and her interpretation of the movie was that it was one of the first times where they showed an affluent African American family and an affluent African family, right? And there's no issues, no drama, no drugs. No, it's just a dude trying to go find love, meets a well-to-do American family, and that's what they do. They fall in love and live happily ever after, right? And I'm like, damn, I didn't think about it from that aspect, because every other time we had disrespected African culture, and that movie came out in the height of the Afrocentric push and era.
Free South Africa.
Yeah, and when I look at it, it kind of does that job of elevating both cultures, right? And I'm like, damn, when I was young, I didn't see it that way. I just saw it as this goofy ass, you know, Prince and the Pauper type movie, essentially what it was. And I'm like, I didn't really like it. But then looking back at it with an adult's vision, I'm like, oh, I see why it was important back then. And that's the attitude I came into the new movie with, was don't compare it to the old one. Just try to listen to the message that is given now. And one of my biggest complaints with the old version was how it portrayed women, right? So regardless of Lisa being from a wealthy family, she was still a piece of property to be bargained with by her dad, McDowell's. You know what I'm saying? And once he found out that, you know, Prince Akeem was rich, he was trying to pawn off her and the other daughter, trying to pawn off both daughters, right? And I didn't like all that shit, right? But coming into the new movie, they check all that, right? So and that's like it's not canceling, it's not no social justice shit. It's course correcting, and that's what I think Eddie did. I think Eddie was sitting at home and was like, you know what? I can't watch this movie with my daughters. I need a movie that I can watch with my daughters. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this movie is, because it puts women at the forefront. They're the ones making the choices, making the decisions. His son follows, he gives his shit up for a woman. You know what I'm saying? And is like willing to follow her dream, bro. And you never see that. It's where a man willing to follow a woman. And I'm like, yo, that's all right, man. That's all right. I'll fuck with that, right?
You're right. And gave the oldest daughter in line for the kingdom.
And she got the crown, you know, and all the other daughters were doing all this great, and it's all like he had no sons, and it was like he was a disgrace. And that's like a common thing, not only in black culture, also Asian culture, also American culture. If you don't have a son, you kind of failed, and girls are a weakness or a bargaining chip. And it's like, nah, man, women are kind of running shit right now.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, now it's like, I just read a study where they're more educated than men are, you know, and I'm not arguing with that. So, you know, that's what it is, man. And I like, you know, I'm not trying to get on the whole girl power shit or whatever, but that is a movie that I could watch with my daughter. And I appreciate Eddie Murphy for making the attempt to do that. I enjoyed the movie. I laughed out loud so many fucking times. I didn't think I would. And I laughed out loud so many fucking times. Tracy Morgan and Leslie Jones stole the fucking movie. I don't know, like, I like Leslie Jones, but I don't think I saw her in a movie. Like, I watched her on SNL, and she's good. She's great. Now, I've seen her, you know, stand up. She's great in those kind of roles, but I hadn't, you know, really seen her in a movie.
Length, right?
And she fucking smoked this shit, because she reminded me of a real person from the city, because she's a real fucking person from the city. The same thing with Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan is literally a motherfucker I know. You know what I'm saying?
That uncle.
And they did it. And the whole thing is like, and all they were trying to do is look out for their nephew, their son's best interest. They weren't worried about they were always having his back, always defending him, always propping him up. And which was the opposite of the first movie, where Lisa's father was like, yo, fuck it, just marry the prince. You know, and that's what I can appreciate about it. The cameos were insane, bro. They had the fucking the twins. They had the twins
at the end.
You know, James Earl Jones, you know, died at his own party. That was funny as hell.
That was funny as hell.
They had they had everybody in it. Morgan Freeman,
Pepper, and Vogue.
Yeah, they were missing one. They were missing one person from Vogue. But Salt and Pepper with no Spinderella. But I'm not gonna lie, man.
They ain't have Lisa's sister in there either.
No.
She had like a interesting role. Like she was like she was the quote unquote thought.
Yeah, hey, I don't know, man. Shout out to her if she's at. I'm not, listen, Pepper, I know you're listening to this. I know you're listening to this. Tretch, don't shoot me. All right, Pepper is still looking good out here, man. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, nothing like that, but she is aging very nicely, man. I got to get that off my chest. I was watching that movie. She's like 55. I don't care, dude. I don't care. I like, bro, I like Super Nanny. For some reason, she is attractive to me. All those Nanny 911 and Super Nanny chicks, and I like them for some reason. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Hey, man, you know I got a crush on?
I like Sade, bro.
Moni Love.
Moni Love?
Yes. Follow her on Instagram. She is beautiful. And she's 50 plus, by the way. Beautiful. Still.
Yeah. Moni Love,
British accent.
Yeah. Moni in the middle. Where she at in the middle? Come on. Come on, man.
She looks prettier now to me than she used to look. But anyway, yo, that movie, you know, I gotta watch it again, because again, I was like nodding on and off, because I was watching it with I watched it with my mother, my wife, and my stepfather. And we just watched it on some old school like family movie on a weekend type shit. And it was one of the type of movies you can see watching at a family gathering. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I like Wesley Snipes' character. Well, I like the story. You know what I'm saying? I think he was a little goofy, but as far as having the kingdom next door and like I think that was dope. So I thought that whole storyline was ill, because it's the politics of Africa. Just like with James Earl Jones, like he having that super extravagant funeral while he's living. That's like some shit an African like Robert Mugabe. I mean, what's his name? Mugabe would do.
Yeah.
From Zimbabwe. Like that's some shit that they would do.
I don't remember James Earl Jones being a fucking dickhead in the first Coming to America though, man. Like when did he turn into a douchebag? Like he was just shitting on Eddie, and Eddie's like 55 years old in the movie. And he's just like, you're a failure. You don't have kids. I'm gonna die now. Don't lose the kingdom.
Yeah. And shout out to James Earl Jones. He's like a national treasure. He's old. Yeah. He's like 90.
Yeah, I think I think we should figure out a way to keep him alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, protect him at all costs, I know we got like nanotechnology out there. You know, we've all played Metal Gear Solid. You know, we can extend people's lives with little micro robots.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure it's
Harry Belafonte. We gotta protect him, and we lost Cicely Tyson already. Great book, by the way.
Rest in peace, man.
I love her book. I'm reading her book right now. It's amazing, by the way. But yo, overall, man, I think people didn't take a critical look at the movie like you did. So I think we gotta clip some of these parts of this episode and put that out, because I think our enjoyment of the movie is almost like a hot take.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, we're in HD now, so I'm definitely going to start putting the clips out. I just want to get like a couple of shows in the bank so I can, throw a little menagerie, smorgasbord of clips and whatnot. I don't want to just have like the same shit. But we're in HD now, baby. So clips on the way, man. Clips on the way. But it was definitely a dope movie, man. I enjoyed it, man. And then what else? Did you have a chance to check out the Drake songs that came out this weekend or last weekend?
Yeah, I listened to it.
What'd you think?
It's dope. It sounds sonically good, but the problem with Drake with me is I don't feel his lyrics like that. Like I just don't feel. I don't like have an emotional connection to his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? His wordplay cool. You know what I'm saying? Like his flow. I feel like Drake is what you call hashtag rap. Like he makes songs that you can put on a caption. You know what I'm saying? And like it sound good like in a box. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like I just never. He dope, and to me, I seen like this. I think I screenshotted it, bro. Like Drake has helped so many artists by being like a guest verse on these. Like yo, I screenshotted it. It's amazing. Like how many people seen Billboard Top 100? Him being on a verse. Like 25 artists. They've never seen that much success until he jumped on a joint, bro.
That's why Drake is the original stimulus package.
Yo,
Drake is the stimmy.
Yo, it's crazy, bro. Like he's underrated. I think he's the closest now to having that commercial success and critical acclaim, because you don't see that too often.
Drake. Drake is essentially the Canadian version of Big, just in better shape. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, just not with the. Take the street cred away, just I would say the songwriting ability, the versatility, and the connection that the fans, people loved Big. You know what I'm saying? People love Drake. I'm right now, I have not listened to any of the records. I'm probably not. And it's because I already know they're good records. Enough people that I respect, whose ear I respect, have said that it's like Drake is rapping for 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I believe you. I don't need to hear it. I know it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll find some time to sit down and actually digest the shit. But I'm really just waiting on the Drake album. You know what I'm saying? It's March. We know that March is special to him because it's child's birthday. Should be on the 14th around then. I'm thinking that we will have a Drake album this weekend. That's what I'm thinking.
You think you're gonna drop the Certified Lover Boy?
I hope so, because I'm not putting out shit until he does. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Shout out to Drake. You can give me a number one. I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? But
he man, like he definitely, like, his flow again, but he just say cool shit. He don't say heartfelt shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, everybody got their different cup of tea. Like I'm the type of nigga that love Beanie Siegel still, because I feel that shit. That's why I love Hove too, because I feel that shit. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pause, right? That sounded crazy. That's why you giggle.
Do we gotta say pause nowadays, man? You know why? Isn't pause like counterproductive? Because if it was a moment that you wanted to get past because it was awkward, wouldn't you say like fast forward or skip? Pause makes you sit on that moment. So now you're just sitting longer with that weird awkward exchange.
Well, damn, you said sitting.
Yeah, you sitting on it. Pause.
But I just think overall, man, again, Drake is like, I don't think we're gonna see an artist do it like this, man.
All right, man. So speaking of hip hop royalty, let's go to the British royalty. We had a bombshell interview.
We didn't even touch this.
Yo, bro, there's so much shit happened, and it was all kicked off by Pepe fucking Le Pew. All right, so Meghan Markle and Prince Harry did an interview with Oprah Winfrey, and the fucking royal family is losing their shit because Meghan Markle, she said some things, but it was the things that she didn't say that spoke louder, because she talked about them mentioning the race of her baby and worried about his complexion and it not getting a royal title and her and the baby not getting security and Harry being financially cut off from the family and her issues with Kate Middleton and all the rest of the royal family and them just coming down on her. And I love Oprah, man. Oprah, people act like Oprah didn't used to do this shit for a living. You know what I'm saying? And Oprah asked her a question. She asked her, did she do any research on the royal family? Did you look up what family you were marrying into? And there's an interview about 2 years ago, or about a year ago, 2 years ago, with John Oliver. And he said, yo, that shit ain't going to work out. They're going to drive her crazy and she's going to leave. And that's exactly what happened. Your thoughts on the Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, Oprah interview?
Yo, on the low, I think this might be funny to some people, but I love The Crown. It's a show on Netflix.
Yeah.
I love that show. I mean, but I guess it wouldn't be a surprise because, again, I'm a history guy, and that show is just chronicling Queen Elizabeth and when she come into power. I haven't watched the Meghan Markle thing. It is kind of fascinating. I ain't gonna front, it's like a guilty pleasure. Partly because it's every fucking where. You can't escape this story.
Yeah.
Right? Because our country, even though
it was the royal wedding.
Yeah, we are, we are forever the child of England as far as what America is. But again, I think as far as that royal family is so image conscious. They're very like in tune with their lineage. So I'm not surprised by, these things probably being said or done to them. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just find it more entertaining than anything else. I really don't give a fuck about it. I just think it's funny. I think it's entertaining.
Hey, man,
it's fascinating.
That is a valid opinion because I'm going to tell you right now, I do not feel any empathy. All right. So she addressed a mental health issue and having suicidal thoughts. I do feel empathetic to that. Mental health is a super huge real issue, and somebody's thinking about suicide or taking your life. I can empathize with that. Never go that route. She made the right decision with removing themselves from that situation. However, you were marrying into the British royal family. I don't know if you know, but she's half Jamaican, right? So her ancestors got to Jamaica because of his ancestors. You know what I'm saying? They kind of streamlined and mainlined the whole, transatlantic slave trade, all that kind of thing. The whole one drop rule, all that kind of shit that comes from that kind of background, that kind of aristocracy. Like they got cousins married. You're marrying into a family that has cousins married. Cousins are married in the British royal family right now. And so
pure.
Yeah, because you're keeping that purity. You're keeping that bloodline pure. First off, the royal family doesn't do shit. I don't know why they still have that whole bullshit still set up. But shout out to England. You guys are fucking whack jobs. But, and I feel like we talked about before, when you're dealing with some kind of interracial relationship or you're dealing with some outside your culture, do some fucking research. Because here is a little known fact, right? Our guy, friend of the show, Piers Morgan, who just got fired. He just resigned from his show, BBC America. He actually...
Good Morning Britain. He
was trying to date Meghan Markle prior to her dating Prince Harry. And there is a bunch of footage out there with him talking about Meghan Markle. And then you see him going at her fucking throat because he is a rejected and jilted lover. And he is super fucking salty. Shout out to Piers Morgan. Eat a fucking dick. Good luck to you in your new job. You'll probably go to Parler, be you, Trump, and a bunch of other fucking goofballs, and you can have fun. But, he's been mad salty and talking mad shit about her. He called her a liar on TV about her health, her issues. Bro, you can't, come on now. But my thing is, man, like, look, do some god dang research before you marry into a family like that, man. Because when you're dealing with those, not only cross cultural issues, but you're talking about the aristocracy and a commoner. You're a
This is hundreds
regular,
of years. You're a commoner.
a regular person who is like
Yep.
a B level, C level actress. You know
Yep.
what I'm
You
saying? And
definitely a
you're
commoner.
marrying like one of the most eligible bachelors in the world, Prince Harry. Oh my God. Ooh, and that's the thing, man. Like, do some research. You should have known there were a bunch of fucking nut jobs. That's why Diana tried to get the hell out of there, because that shit was fucking crazy. And then to
Yeah.
find out
Yeah.
that she had money set aside for her kids because she knew the shit was going to get fucking hot and they were going to have to get out of there. Like, they basically were broke and got bailed out by American celebrities. Shout to Tyler Perry. He gave them a fucking house. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Dang.
yeah.
And
And like,
security, right?
yeah, and you got all these you got all these black Americans helping out, a fellow sister who decided to go across the pond and marry some fucking wanker. Shout out to him. He did
Yeah.
not protect her. He did not step up for her and protect her from his fucking family. So that's the issue. That's the real issue there, man. Fuck the celebrity shit. If you're marrying or dealing with somebody that's of a different culture, it is your responsibility to protect that person, because if they try to combat your family, it's always going to be reacted or rejected, or they'll do to your person like they did to Meghan Markle, where they fucking vilified her in the media because she was trying to defend herself, man. And that's the
Hey,
big thing.
I got a sidebar too. Kind of sidebar, kind of unrelated, partly related to this. We talking about older women earlier. Yo, Meghan Markle mom is a bad old head.
Yo, Meghan, she's Jamaican, bro.
Yo,
So
look at yo. You seen
she
her
down
mother
there,
before?
she down there duddy whining. No,
You seen her mother before?
bro.
Look at her mother, man. Google her mom when you get a chance. She's
Listen,
a beautiful older woman.
have you seen Meghan Markle's father?
Yeah.
So that means I got a chance with the mom. Shout out to Mrs. Markle. I'll be in Jamaica. I'll be at Sandals Resort, all inclusive. Hey man, clothing optional, baby. I like them older. It's vintage. It's not old. It's vintage.
Yes,
all right.
She is beautiful. But
yo, my mom is gonna fucking kill me, dog.
Hey yo, but it's just, again, man, like, you got years, like, this is unprecedented to have some type of color in this, infiltrating this family. You know what I'm saying? And,
well, not really, because I mean, she's like super light. She looks like
light.
Who was Robin Thicke's ex-wife? Paula Patton. She's like Paula Patton, and then Prince Harry is fucking Prince Harry. So their baby looks like Blake Griffin or Drake. And I'm like, why would you be like, come on now, he'll be okay, he'll pass, he'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like speaking. Speaking of biracial babies, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of biracial babies, our guy, friend of the show, the baby, my favorite shooter, because he shot a motherfucker in Walmart, outside of Walmart, not in Walmart. Shout out to the baby. He killed a man. So the baby has allegedly, do not fucking sue me. He allegedly got Danny Lay, our favorite, Danny Dolezal. He got Danny Dolezal pregnant, and she was just under some fire for having a colorism issue, and she has a past history of colorist statements. And
did he break up with her?
Yes, like 3 weeks ago. And guess what? He ain't had that latex, and she hit him with that latex. Shout out to motherfucking Wheezy F baby. Please say the baby. All right. She's pregnant. She's got a biracial bun in the oven. We call that a Swiss roll. That's trademarked. All right. And so she's got a baby now, and that baby's probably going to come out dark. And so I hope she's ready for that. That's like breaking news right now. Danny Lay, the baby, with a baby on the way.
The baby with a baby. Hey man, these rappers, man, they don't. Hey man, but
I mean, at least she like got a career and got a little bit of money or something like that, man. Like,
I guess she probably poke holes in the condom on.
Yo, don't be like Future.
That chick, yeah, Future, man. My dude sent me a picture of the Future girl, Des Dior, and he sent me it was a juxtaposition of Des Dior and Yahara Shahidi actually doing advertising for Dior. So it's showing like this hood Dior, self-proclaimed Dior, and the classy spokesperson for Dior. You know what I'm saying? And how our culture elevates these people because who they look like and who they associated with, but they don't got no talent.
Yeah,
and
man.
you know what I'm saying? Who really getting these bags, who really getting in these positions to really can say I'm like Dior. But anyway, I just
shout out to rappers making baby mamas hot, making them pop, making them millionaires just by getting them pregnant, man. That's what's up. Also, see, you got me on this mom shit now, man. I like older women, and you talked about Yara Shahidi. Yo, you seen her mom?
I'm about to Google it right now.
Yo, they say the apple don't fall far from the tree. I'm gonna just leave it right there, man. I'm a good Christian man. I'll go to church for you, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
let me check that out.
We can go to bingo. Ooh. We can do whatever, man. Listen. Shout out to these older women, man. You know, I don't know what it is, man. You guys are aging like wine. I don't know if it's the fucking cocoa butter. I don't know what it is, man. But you guys,
my skin
don't crack, bro. You see it. You looking right at it. Don't incriminate yourself. I don't know who listens to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But those
man. Listen, I'm about to go upstairs and lay with my wife, man. I got eyes.
Yeah, shout out to being married, dog.
I got eyes, bro.
I'm about to go upstairs and lay with a sock. Be like, yo,
wow, mother's beautiful. Wow.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, yo, these older women, and it's not. Listen, Selma Hayek. Jeez. What the fuck is going on, bro? Like all these older women.
What's her Instagram?
Yo, I don't know, but I'm a listen. I don't.
I'm about to type in.
I ghost follow all these fucking old ladies.
Instagram. I'm about to put an apostrophe next to that and Google Instagram.
You know who is still bad, bro? Erica Alexander from goddamn Living Single, bro. She is so fucking beautiful. She is so fine to me, Erica Alexander, man. She was just she was in Get Out, making fun of fucking Fat Boy, man.
You talk about Sinclair, not Sinclair, Max, right?
Maxine.
Yes, Maxine. Yeah, Maxine.
Max is so bad, bro. Max is so bad, man. I used to want to be Kyle so bad. I haven't got my hair like that motherfucker, man. So I can find. I know she in DC. I know Erica Alexander is in DC. I'm gonna roll up on you. I'm like, hey, baby, you seen Overton? And I'm gonna get her, bro.
By the way, I found her mom on Instagram. Her name is Chocolate Mommy Love.
See, what the fuck she asking for it, man? Come on, man. Why are you doing this to me? Now, why you want to go and do that, love, huh?
And she got locks.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, yo, that's that lock love, man. I got my shit starting. You know what I'm saying?
She got the little tiger stripes on her stomach.
Shit, hey, man.
But she in shape though.
Round. We can get frisky, man. Shit. I'll trace every one of those motherfuckers with a ice cube. You know what I'm saying? Like it's do the right thing, yo.
Thank you for this gym right here. I'm about to
listen. I'm
about to go back like 105 weeks ago and be like, what's up?
Oh my god, as a scumbag, I have to
notice that.
Yo, that's what I'll be thinking, bro. I'll be like, yo, I'll be like, let me find some real like significant moment in somebody's life and then comment on that. Yo, like, yo, listen.
She gonna notice that one.
December 17th, 2014. When Instagram had the old icon and shit, it's like, yeah.
You gotta tell you, I had fun in this picture.
Exactly. It's like she's fucking holding Yahara Shahidi in her hand. I'm like, damn, man. You knew back then you was gonna raise a superstar, huh? Didn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and that's me. That's me. That's me. Like yo,
that shot right there.
Sending an edible arrangement via Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to all these old ass, fine ass women. I swear to God, man.
Yes,
listen, man. God
show,
damn,
man.
yo, fucking Blake Griffin, man. Are you paying attention to basketball?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Sports, man.
Why? Listen, Kyrie, I love you, man. Kyrie, I love Kyrie, man, because he's a wild dude. I don't know how the fuck he got James Harden, KD, and now Blake Griffin to join the New York Nets with Steve fucking Nash as the coach. You know what I'm saying? That all to go against LeBron, bro. Like
all to go against LeBron.
Shout out to the GOAT. But your thoughts on Blake Griffin? And I think they're talking about Andre Drummond now too. I think they're gonna get Andre Drummond now too, bro.
Yo, if they get him, they wouldn't have no hole. They got shooters, they got ball handlers, they got people in a low post. Like if they get him, because Andre Drummond is like a double machine. Dog. He's not a good team player. He's a what they say good stats bad team guy, because he'll get like 20 rebounds.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But putting him on that team, like he could just do what he do. I mean, they already loaded because Blake Griffin like 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah, he about 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah, so
And he
and
still
with
he still
KD,
has it. He still has it.
yes, absolutely. So and he got a mid range game, so he
Yo,
can
his
step back.
fucking handle now is sick, bro. Like Blake was
Yeah,
running the fucking point in Detroit, man. That's why
that's
they
what I'm
got his ass
saying.
out of there.
So, bro, like I can't see them losing. Like, you know what I mean? They gonna win it all.
I mean,
I hate to say
no.
that.
They will find a way to lose. It's the fucking Nets.
Think
They'll
so?
find a way to lose, man. But this is like you play video games, man. You know when you start like a fucking franchise,
I
you start a
can't stand them
franchise.
niggas.
When you start a
I never was on them type of. I know where you going. Oh goodness.
and you make the fucking super team and you
I know
trade
it's
everybody
deep.
to your team. That is what Kyrie just did. He just fucking put the cheat code in. He loaded up NBA 2K and he turned off the fucking trade sliders and got everybody on his fucking team. And LeBron is like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm 36, bro. Or 37 now, I guess.
I couldn't stand when niggas did that shit, bro. I never was the one that did that. I thought that was ridiculous and whack, but that's exactly what's happening right now. Because he literally got like, I mean, 3 superstars.
Yeah.
3 superstars. Like,
yeah.
Because I mean, granted, like Golden State was the closest. Well, Golden State actually was that with Clay, Steph.
Oh God, yeah, they were.
And
yeah,
KD,
they were.
They was.
No, bro, they had Clay, Steph, KD. Was Harrison Barnes there that year? They had KD or
he was.
But we forgetting about Draymond.
Draymond Green,
bro. They had Boogie.
Livingston.
They had Boogie Cousins. Oh my God, Iguodala, the other AI, the other white meat, the other AI, Iguodala.
Yep.
You know, so like they had a legend. They had a killer team. Killer team, man. That's fucking like the NBA is crazy right now, man.
Yeah.
One thing I gotta say, the most exciting thing about the NBA right now, I have to say, is the savior. All right, he is the heir to the Air Jordan legacy. I'm saying it right now. Selected by Michael Jeffrey Jordan, I guess that's his middle name.
Yep.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan handpicked this young light-skinned legend. All right, LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is the best thing about the NBA right now. Shout out to LeVar Ball, the greatest sports dad ever. It's obviously hyperbole, right? Because you got like the Jones boys, Arthur and Chan and John Jones, all fucking huge with championships and shit in the NFL.
Drew Holiday,
the Holiday brothers. You got the Mannings. I don't understand. Like fucking, what's in LeVar Ball's nuts? No pause. Fast forward. How do you put out 3 NBA caliber players? 2 of them first round draft picks. He said LaMelo was the best one. He said LaMelo would cook all of them. Yeah, on the TV show on tape. When LaMelo was like 13, it was like LaMelo was the best. The youngest is always the best because they learn from everybody. He said LaMelo would go into the league and cook everybody. And when LeVar put Melo in Australia down there playing down under, slicing them boys up, everybody thought he was like, oh, you're taking them out of school. What about the education?
Yeah, people was mad about that.
I don't need to know math when I can score 40 points on your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? I have an accountant. Phone bill about about 2 G's flat, man. No need to worry. LaMelo Ball's accountant handles that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, big baller brand. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm watching, bro, is LaMelo Ball in Charlotte with Michael. And guess what? Guess who had a chance to pick LaMelo Ball and fucking didn't? The Golden State goddamn fucking Warriors. They had the number 2 pick and passed on LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, they got a big man. I guess they figured they ain't need that extra. But he a creator because Steph is not much of a creator. Steph is like he's not. That's the difference between Steph and Damian Lillard
or Kyrie, because Kyrie cooked that motherfucker.
Because I mean they all scorers, but Steph is not the one to pass like that. But yeah, LaMelo, man, he like he get a little boards. Yeah, he nice, bro. He's really like meeting the hype.
Yeah, I think like he reminds me of Westbrook so much, but just a little bit smoother and more controlled. Yeah, and LaMelo is literally pulling up from half court, doing the same shit that he did in high school, that he did down in Australia. He's doing the same thing in the NBA, just running around, looking like another version of fucking Patrick Mahomes out there, curly damn head, just wheeling and dealing, just fucking slicing and dicing, the diaper dandy, as Dick Vitale would say, if he was in college, but they didn't want to pay him. So fuck that. All right. And that's the thing, man, is LaMelo Ball is the greatest thing about the NBA. Last year was Zion, and this year it's LaMelo Ball. And my wish, I'm gonna go to bed tonight and I'm gonna say a prayer to basketball Jesus, who's known as Earl the Pearl Monroe. I'm gonna say a prayer and I'm gonna say, "Dear Pearl, can you please, by the grace of your great hands, somehow get LaMelo Ball to the Los Angeles Lakers?" Because that is what LeVar wanted. All right, we wanted LaMelo on the Lakers. You get LaMelo, you got LeBron, and then you bring LiAngelo to be a water boy. You know what I'm saying? And then we good. We back, baby.
Fucking thief.
Man, it all happens. I stole some shit before.
I mean, damn. But
not in China, though.
I wouldn't exactly in China, like, and have a rich father or a rich brother. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
But yo, so much, man. So much going on this week, man. But I gotta get up out of here, man, because I was an irresponsible adult today.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Some people have jobs, and some niggas is I guess I'm retired, so I get a check from the government on the 1st of every month. So technically that's like welfare. Holy shit. Shout out to socialism, because that's what this is. Nah, I'm just chilling, man. It's spring break right now, so I wasn't going to classes anyway, so now I ain't got shit to do. All right, but nah, I feel you, man. We covered a lot, and I think this is like 2 fucking hours, bro. It seemed like it's like 2 hours, bro. Yeah, it's like yo,
it flew by.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yo, shit happens, dog. Shit happens when you're talking fast and reckless, man.
Yes, man.
So you got anything for the people, man?
Man, listen, man. Just listen. Before you form your own opinion, do some fucking reading. That's what I got for the people.
Yeah, man.
I mean, before you take someone else's opinion, I mean, read, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I got a couple things, man. First off, everybody has to get the COVID vaccine. All right. The CDC just put out guidelines saying that if you get the COVID vaccine, you can gather with groups of 5, 10, 25 or more if you guys are vaccinated. There's no limit. And if you get the vaccine, you can go out wherever you want. No mask required. All of that good shit, right? So I need you guys to hear me and hear me good. Go out and get the shot so I can go out and be a thought. All right. If you don't do that, I can't go be reckless. You know what I'm saying? You got folks down in Atlanta shaking butts. I want to go shake some butt. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to get the goddamn vaccine so I can go and shake some butt, or I can get consent before I walk up on a young lady and grind my roll of pennies up on her. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, man. So, yo, listen, the CDC just put them guidelines out, baby. You get the vaccine, there's no more masks, and there's no limits on the fucking gathering. So go get that shot so I can go get me some thoughts, baby. All right? Do it for me. Do it for me. All right? And besides that, man, last thing but not least, man, listen, fuck being woke. You should have never been asleep, man. That's it. We out. Peace.